Hello everybody. Um, as many of you may already know, The Order 1886, the exclusive PS4 title, is coming out tonight at midnight. Um, it was a game that had a lot of hype. A lot of people have been expecting it for over a year. Um, and there's already a ton of reviews out there from people that got early copies and game critics, and it's not looking good. Many of you may have expected this. Um, I did, just because most games that come out are actually mediocre. Very rarely are games actually very good, and companies have gotten very skilled at making beautiful trailers and marketing the hell out of games, um, that to a point where they basically make a profit before the game's even released. Um, and the game can be a piece of crap if anyone remembers Alien Colonial Marines. Um, so here's what's been coming out about The Order 1886. First of all, the game is about 6 hours long, according to what I've seen. Now, many people will complain and say that it's not 6 hours long because you can go pick up collectibles and do 100% full playthrough, but that should never be an excuse to justify how short a game is, because those extras don't appeal to everybody, and to some people are really off-putting, like myself. I never go around and try to collect every piece of crap in a game. I did not kill however how many hundreds of pigeons I had to kill in GTA 4. I didn't pick up 300 flags in Assassin's Creed. I don't like doing that type of shit. And basically, the game apparently included in this 6 hours is at least an hour of unskippable cutscenes, a bunch of QuickTime events. Now granted, the game apparently has beautiful graphics, but that's the issue. Everything that comes out on PS4 or Xbox One or even Wii U has way better graphics than what anyone's used to on console. So that should never be a system seller. It should never be a reason to buy a game based on how good it will look. If the game is not fun, it's not fun. And currently this game has a Metacritic score of 65. Now, based on past experience, it can only go down from now on, because when the game comes out, there's lies about the game, there's people that are paid to give good reviews, and as time goes on, the truth comes out and the score will go down. So 65 right now, you can pretty much determine that that game is actually probably a 50 or something to that effect, maybe even lower, because really whoever gives a game a review of like 10 or 15 or whatever, even the worst reviews on Metacritic that I've seen give it a 20. So honestly, on a scale of 1 to 100, a 60 is not very good. It's really, really bad. Now, and the other issue here is that all the high score reviews that I've seen on Metacritic are all talking about the graphics, the setting, the premise, the environment, the story, the soundtrack, all this stuff that has really nothing to do with gameplay. Just trying to give it a shot in the arm and say, yeah, you at least you did that right. But really, how can you give a game a score of 95 based on graphics? It's stupid. And I don't want to get into details of who said what, but I'm sure some people were paid a huge sum of money to give these reviews, because nobody in their right mind who is actually worried about ethics or anything to that effect will just piss away their reputation like that and call a game good for that's just, yeah, for just appearances. And anyways, so being the best visuals on PS4 so far is really nothing to be really proud of, considering what's come out on PS4 so far. And the fact that people say it's not bad, the they won't say it's good, but it's not bad. Well, the thing is rarely is any game truly awful. Even Alien Colonial Marines was just a huge deception. People that reviewed it at first, that saw the demos, saw a completely different game that was than what was actually released. But rarely, and I know there are some that are just truly awful games, but rarely are games really that bad. And so to say the game is not bad, that pretty much, in relative terms means it's really bad. Because if you think about it, you never have the time in your lifetime to play every game that's out there. You have to choose the really good games, the games that are actual gems, the games that are, that will, keep you glued in front of your television or your monitor, and you would just want to beat that game. You won't even want to go to sleep. That's a good game. A game that you have to, force yourself to finish because you bought it, or because you feel you want to finish it, you want to see the ending, but you really are not having any fun. That's a bad game. I'm sorry, no matter how good the game looks. Now, at the very least, this game is a grossly overhyped marketing trick, which seems to be the trend these days. Just put out great looking trailers, hype the crap out of the game, get people talking about it. And I mean, this game, people were getting excited for this game over a year ago. They didn't even, when they didn't even know anything about the game. They had seen short little trailers that just showed some action, and then the name sounding cool, the Order 1886. Oh, that's gotta be awesome. And like then you see, oh, it's in the steampunk Victorian setting. Oh, that's gotta be awesome. So you bought a $450 console, waiting for a game that wasn't even out yet, and here it is. Now, hopefully people will learn from this. Don't be fooled by cinematics and trailers. It's deceptive. It's you can't blame these companies in a way for doing this, because people buy into it, and they know that they can make their profit on pre-orders only in some cases, which was the case for Alien Colonial Marines. So I really would highly suggest wait for a game to come out, or at least wait for gameplay to be shown. And if a game like the Order 1886 has a review embargo on it, allowing people to only review it the day of or the day before it comes out, most of the time there's a reason for it. They're looking for that demographic that will just blindly buy what people are talking about, and this is exactly one of those cases. I mean, if people had waited for the game to be released and hadn't bought into the hype, this game would be a colossal failure, and developers would learn from this, because they would nearly go bankrupt in some cases. They put so much money into games, into marketing the game, that if in the end it was like a game that sold so little that there's no way they'll ever make a profit, because the truth is out by the time it hits the shelves and nobody wants it, they wouldn't be doing this all the time. So you're kind of screwing yourself by buying into the hype, because they see it works and they'll keep doing this. So I guess in conclusion, hopefully in the future consumers will be more vigilant, and also hopefully the next super hype game will actually be good. So thanks for watching, and have a nice day.